like shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Times of war, we ain't forget about you, leave you lightly. Rappers can't see, most of them scared to witness. Go and close your eyes, this one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair, or extensions. Highly grip like some ninjas. Time fences, 23 and 1 out. Praying at that commissary hit before it runs. Just on the gram, dog, filter with tongue out. Couldn't stay home and cook out the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low kit. My cold captain, riding on this whole rap, hoes fabulous. Now I'm mean that derogatory, but I'm a player in this for my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 chicks. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count the losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope that shit go right. Living in the dark, on the goal line. I got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the score in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know life. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the score in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. I be dropping this ebonic. They got me on the level supersonic. My atomic, and where you can find me. Sprouty, holding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Sani. My wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some cheap. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk up my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. She got a BBL, ass fatter. Trying to show them all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her. They don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turn her to a runner. Now it's all aboard the train. On the face, but it's not concealing the pain. It's a shame. That's why I'm in the hood like some rap snack. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. 13, mad black. They half that. Hey, you like 90s, we see trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow. This that shit that rappers die for. This that cut Tahoe Wall Street from Pablo. Escobar, I be at the ball like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that black work. Make the countermeasures, they pledges, make it. I've heard lighters in the sky cause it's a concert. My mind work and speed jump can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. You can't. The streets need another anthem. I just hope that shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know life. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the score in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know life. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in this world in my life, my whole life. Okay. Somebody need to hear this. Y'all speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans get locked up for the while black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million never died in the transit, 6 million died. Y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew, you a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dumb, a gun down or die. Yeah, Easy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth. I had to make it clear. How Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 97. Your menorah got 9 sticks. It's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world. Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks. Aflacs, bunch of thieves and culture vultures ain't no kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander, and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? They don't make you the people just cause you live there. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, fear, give you chills. Say y'all Jewish, cause y'all ain't really them. About to do 'em like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. UPK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bash and they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil who is, I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he give them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse. That are you claiming that you a be? I'm about to cancel. Everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak. That's what I do. They riding to the court, touching them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses if I was carnal. I promise I'll punch you upset. I know this is an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture. Black people suffering from it. Yeah. They don't believe in Christ. They the Antichrist. Make a living off a nigga, a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth. Niggas terrified. About to go DEFCON 4. I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Like, if you got the records, go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Back as I I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles stand in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man devil is known, America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, saved facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me, maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Tangle my king in the ace of the rap, cracking the sky. Nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack I'm surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beach. 144, get the brutal show. We can all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found. The time for your judgment is now. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a look, ain't no remorse in my blood cell. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I cook iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I back gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your honest words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body fit the Lord. Fuck the cartel. Triangle choke apply pressure to the game like I did Von Hill. Payback to bitch in his dress. She a bomb changes. Is served cold. I just hope they make it hostile. Block fresh out the box. I swear got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of main shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through it. And damn, my king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a love. Payback is a
Hey, Shalom Love Christ Israel. This is the ISUPK. Oh, Cisco ass. This is the ISUPK. Start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. And we are not affiliated with any other Israelite, fake Israelite, Christian group, Islam group, anything of that nature. This is the ISUPK Kentucky Wednesday night class, and tonight we're going to talk about because of the Christian church, we have forgot who the enemy is. You understand? And I don't know if you've seen the article, but we're going to read it here a little bit later, where a young man went to the wrong house and got shot in the head and in the arm. A young man in Kansas, young black man in Kansas, got shot through the door in the head and in the arm, and had to go to like 3 different houses to get any help.
So, like, I want to say, I think I did hear something about that. Yes.
Yeah, I know they talked about it on Black Watch on Monday, but yeah, because of the Christian church, we as a people have forgotten who the enemy is.
Right.
You understand? Also, matter of fact, get this for me real quick. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Because of integration, you know what I'm saying, how we beg for integration and everything of that nature, and then how now we thinking that because we have integration, we in a post society and things of that nature, when time after time again, this so-called oppressor, this devil that the Bible speaks of, shows us that we are not in a post-racial society, that they hate us and everything, you know what I'm saying? But we so goddamn blind and ignorant to the fact, and instead of racially profiling them like they do us, we just think it's all good, it's all fine and dandy. Not all oppressors are bad. Where again, time and time again, they prove you wrong.
Right.
You understand? Give me that real quick.
Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression.
Hold on. Say that word again.
Surely.
Maybe.
Surely.
What if?
Surely.
As I don't know, kind of, sort of.
Surely.
Okay.
Oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Surely oppression will make a wise man mad.
Right.
You understand? And clearly for the last 400 years, we've been oppressed under this society, under this nation, under this nation of people. We've been completely oppressed. You understand? From actual chattel slavery, chain slavery, to Jim Crow, to even now, You know what I'm saying? With all the police shootings and security guard shootings and random oppressors, random devils running into black places shooting up people.
Right.
Or police kicking down your door and shoot you and kill you eating ice cream on your couch. Or police shoot you dead for having a gun in your house in a state where it's legal to have a gun, and the police are only there for a wellness check, but end up shooting you dead anyway because they see a gun. That was in Texas. And you know, Texas is one of the most lenient states next to like Tennessee and Kentucky. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With gun laws. You know what I'm saying? You could openly conceal carry and everything like that without a license. I want to say in Texas, still carry without a license. I know you can't hear it. I know you can in Tennessee. Yeah, you can be from Kentucky and go to Tennessee with your piece, you know what I'm saying, and still be legal without a license. You know what I'm saying? But time and time again, we've been shown that this society and this people hate us.
Right.
Even though for some reason, we love this people. We love them to death. You know what I'm saying? We're willing to combat our own people to stick up for these oppressors.
Right.
But yet, time and time again, they show you ain't nothing but a nigga.
That's right.
Keep the rest of that.
Kind. And a gift destroyed the heart.
A gift destroyed the heart. Oh yeah, we will let y'all integrate with us. You know what I'm saying? Now we so happy to go spend money in their stores, in their restaurants, and everything that they do. We forgot about our stores.
Right.
We ain't spend no more money with our stores or restaurants. All got closed down. We couldn't wait to go spend our money with them.
Right.
You understand? A gift destroyed the heart, and that's exactly what happened. It's destroyed everything. You know what I'm saying? It's destroyed who we was as a people. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you had the Christian church that teaches you that God loves everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Forgive the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? And all this garbage. Where nowhere in the Bible doesn't say you have to forgive your oppressor.
That's right.
It's not in the Bible nowhere. So love your neighbors. That's talking about your neighbor, your people, your kindred.
Right.
The people that look like you. Let's say forgive your enemy. That's talking about you know what I'm saying? You robbed me or you killed my cousin. I'm gonna forgive you that so I don't have to kill you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To keep that process going. I should forgive you for killing my cousin. So I don't have to kill you.
Right.
And your cousin don't have to come kill me. And then my cousin don't have to go kill your cousin. And then your cousin don't have to come back and kill my cousin. Endless cycle of violence. You know what I'm saying? So if we did that, we wouldn't have to worry about this endless cycle of violence. Right. Because, okay, you killed my cousin. Look, that's your bad. I forgive you.
Right.
That's not, you've been oppressing me the last 400 years, and now I should forgive you and love you for it. No. You understand? Let's go ahead and get into that article about the, I sent you a couple. Give me the second one. It says what we know about the shooting of Ralph Yarl. Give me that one. Because time and time again, things like this happen. Where this young man, he was the wrong house, got shot in the head. You know what I'm saying? But it's also been other instances where a white oppressor will run into a black church and shoot 8 women. Or an oppressor will run into a grocery store and kill 13 people. You know what I'm saying? Where another instance where an oppressor, a man was looking at a building structure, and then they start harassing him. He take off running, they chase him down and kill him. You know what I'm saying? All these instances like this, we've forgotten who the enemy was.
Right.
If we remember, that's the goddamn enemy. You know what I'm saying? We would want to stay on our side of the tracks. If that's still a thing. Is that still a thing? Our side of the tracks. I might show my age a little bit with that.
Like about me, I mean, and we stay on our side of the tracks. You know, we doing what the Most High say do in Deuteronomy 7:6, Deuteronomy 10:15. You know, be ye separated. So
Be ye separate.
Yeah, so I don't see nothing wrong with that. That's a righteous move.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah,
we know
that. Yeah,
we ain't been you know what I'm saying, Victor Christian Church.
Right.
Well, at least anymore. You know what I'm saying? Maybe growing up, but not anymore.
And Martin Luther King.
Oh, that bastard right there. That traitor right there. You know what I'm saying? Because really, from my understanding, right, you correct me if I'm wrong because you're a little older than me. You know what I'm saying? When the civil rights first started, it wasn't to integrate into white society. It was more so to get equal rights under the law, to equal rights for businesses and things of that nature. It wasn't necessarily to integrate. Now, what the oppressors did instead, because you know what I'm saying, they sneaky. You know what I'm saying? Well, what they did instead was sent Martin Luther King in to convince us to integrate.
Right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So even from the beginning, we've been lied to, manipulated, and everything like that from our own leaders. Our own leaders have failed us.
So, like, if I may, you have to get Stockholm syndrome.
Definitely a Stockholm syndrome. Because if it wasn't no Stockholm syndrome, what the hell would we want to be next to the person that was oppressing us for the last 400 years? Why would we even think that it's a post-racial society after being oppressed for 400 years? We think that this oppressor would want to look at us as an equal after being in chains to this oppressor. So if Stockholm syndrome wasn't the real thing, then you know what I'm saying, like none of this would be integration would have never been on the table. Martin Luther King would have never been able to convince us to integrate if Stockholm syndrome wasn't the thing.
So, like, they just had some real strong strings in his back. He was a real puppet for them, you know, for the things that he did, and you know that thing's still going on due to the fact that you know all these statues and highways and MLK Day, and they just ain't gonna let you forget that.
Right.
You know, no shape, form, or fashion. But you know, with that being said, all that comes along with this right here. Nigga, don't forget them water hoses. Don't forget them dogs. But a lot of our people, though, you know, they love being a slave. And that's the only thing I really can see with that. They love it. Because there's no way that you cannot foresee in 23 what these people are still doing to us. And how can you sit and say that these people, not all of them the same? Like I said in history class, for the ones that don't say nothing, they are the ones that's doing the killing. Because you know now, they sit around and hear the talks of these people. They sit around and hear these people say things about it. So, you know, they know. But you know, them Edomites, they be turning the blind and stuff. Because
of course they do.
It's not their people. But take you back in time, and not that far. Look at how they did with OJ. Even when OJ got acquitted, they set OJ up to come with the Heisman Trophy and all that, and gave this man all that time. All that time for what? Y'all the one took the Heisman Trophy, but y'all really want to give him all that time for them two bodies,
right? Because he got off on that murder.
Yeah.
Let's not get off on topic though. Go with the article.
Ralph Yard, family lawyer, law enforcement dishonored, shirk responsibility. So like a shirk responsibility in shooting. Ralph Yard shooting after a Kansas teenager was shot and injured for going to the door of the Rowan house. Outrage followed in Kansas City and across the country. Civil rights attorney represents the family of Ralph Yarl, the Kansas City teen shot last week after going to the Rowan house to pick up his siblings.
So this young man, the parents sent this young man to go to this house to pick up, and go ahead. He gets shot.
Met with the Clay County prosecutor Tuesday and expressed anger at the way the case was handled. Attorney Lee Merritt met with Clay County prosecutor Zachary Thompson.
That's like, if I could real quick, the shooting happened like what on it was a Thursday, right? Okay, so the boy gets shot on Thursday. Go ahead.
Attorney Lee Merritt met with Clay County prosecutor Zachary Thompson at the Clay County courthouse in Liberty after days of protests and outrage across the country over the shooting and the response of police and prosecutors. The meeting came one day after Clay County prosecutor charged the shooter Andrew D. Lester, 84, of Kansas City North with first-degree assault and armed criminal action. Lester remained free.
So the shooting happened on Thursday, but he didn't get charged till after an outrage from citizens. So he didn't get charged till Tuesday. Now let's think about that for a second. He shoots the kid for no reason on a Thursday. It doesn't get charged until Tuesday after the city outrage. Ever heard of what white privilege is? God damn it, that's white privilege right there.
That is best.
You understand? Because I know for a fact, let's say somebody try to break in my house and I shoot them, I'm getting booked that night. The whole investigation got to happen before they even think about releasing me for self-defense.
Right.
But actually, I think he did get arrested. It went down for questioning, but then they released him for some reason. I think it's gonna say that. Go ahead, keep going.
Okay. Lester remained free for one more day before turning himself in Tuesday.
So he charged on Monday, but then he didn't even turn himself in until Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you get charged for a crime. Police come beating at your door.
Right.
Come on. We got a warrant for your arrest. We don't get the decency to come turn ourselves in. They come to get us.
Right.
Keep going.
Okay. Black leaders in Kansas City said they believe race was a fight there. A white man being turned loose by police without charges for 4 days after shooting a black teenager for approaching his front door by mistake.
So now, police release him, and they didn't charge him until 4 days after the shooting, after public outrage. Obviously, it's because it was racial things involved.
Right.
Obviously. Keep going.
Thompson acknowledged a race as a factor in announcing the charges Monday. We are frustrated with the law enforcement and the failure to take responsibility for the denial of this family due process. Merritt said during a conference outside the courthouse from last week, no one has really owned up to that. We confronted them about it directly. We know mistakes that they made, and so that part is slacking. So that part is a bit off-putting. Y'all's mother and aunt also met with Thompson. Tuesday. Merritt said, with the prosecutor and Kansas City police investigators explaining the criminal charges to them. Y'all had mistakenly gone to the home in the 1100 block of Northeast 115th Street to pick his younger siblings Thursday night, intending to go to a home on Northeast 115 Terrace, according to the charges. Lester answered the door and opened fire on y'all within a few seconds.
So this young man went to the wrong house. It was what was the address?
So like it was
515 or something like that.
Well, the original address was 115.
115 North Terrace, but he was supposed to go to 115th Street instead of Terrace. So he got the wrong address. And in seconds with this old man opening the door, he shoots him. Then there's what are you doing or anything of that nature. Just open fire on him. Go ahead, keep on reading.
Lester answered the door and opened fire on y'all. Within a few seconds, first shooting him in the head and then shooting him again as the teen lay on the doorstep.
Now, let's talk about that for a second. If you shoot somebody and then you shoot them again when it's on the ground, what they call that?
Trying to kill him.
It's overkill. They call it overkill because if you shoot him and he's on the ground, it's no longer a threat to you.
Right.
There's no reason to shoot him again.
Right.
He's on the ground. He's no longer a threat to you. If you even perceived him to be a threat in the first place, but because he's a young black kid, of course, says I perceive him as a threat. Keep going. I think it's going to get into that too.
Kind of. Kansas City police took Lester into custody and then released him within 2 hours.
They took him into custody, got a statement, and released him. No charges. Okay. So again, let's say if you off in war, let's say you went to Iraq for America to fight in America's war. You know what I'm saying? If you open fire within seconds, you get court-martialed. You go into jail and you got to answer for them crimes that you just committed. But you can be on the streets of America, land of the free, home of the brave, right? You can be here in America and shoot somebody within seconds of them being on your doorstep. And if you were an oppressor, you were a devil, a white man, the Bible speaks of, right. You get to go home within 2 hours after they take your statement. But let's say roles was reversed. A black man shoots a white man within seconds of opening the door. Shoots him once in the head, he's on the ground, shoots him again in the arm. You think that black man's gonna get released within 2 hours? And then wait 4 days, press charges, and then he gets another day to turn himself in? Keep going. You want to say something?
Salaki, if I may, I was going to say, when they lock that black man up, his bond gonna get denied. Straight up. His bond, if they don't kill him,
he ain't even gonna get a bond. Yeah, his bond will be denied because he's not even gonna get a bond.
White privileges.
Keep going.
Come on. Days passed with no charges being filed. Anger grew in the community, and the story spread across the country. At a news conference Sunday, Kansas City Police Chief Stacey Graves responded to the public outcry by saying police needed a statement from y'all before a case could be submitted to prosecutors. But the defense attorney derided the idea of pointing out that police frequently arrest assault suspects with no participation from a victim. Charging documents released Monday also showed that police had spoken with y'all days earlier. Graves said Lester was held on a 24-hour hold, using a legal term for the maximum time a person could be held in file. Online custody records show Lester was held for less than 2 hours late Thursday night. Law enforcement has been dishonest with the public, Merritt said. At first, they said he was held for 24 hours under Missouri law. He was never held for 24 hours. This is a false statement that they continue to repeat.
See now, police trying to cover their tracks now.
Right.
Trying to cover their tracks, because if it was a way around, sure they would have held them for 24 hours and then charged them. Now they trying to cover their tracks, cover their ass. You know what I'm saying? We held them for 24 hours.
Right.
They keep going.
Come. After all
but
that,
they didn't hold him but for 2 hours.
Come.
Go ahead.
Come. After all of the national outcry and criminal charges came down, a warrant was issued for his arrest. He said Lester surrendered to the Clay County Detention Center early Tuesday afternoon. He posted a $200,000 bond and was released.
Try to skip down for time's sake to say why he shot within seconds. Was it show about the disclosure or whatever? When they took a statement, he was saying he opened the door. He seen it was a black kid. He was tall, and he just shot. He said he was scared and feared for his life. You see that?
Come.
Go ahead, read it.
Come. But the truth is, and what that really reveals is that underlying racial element that everyone was talking about. Mary said the fact that Lester feared him because.
So that's the key words right there. He feared for his life.
Right.
That's what's going to get him off.
Right.
Just saying that right there is going to get him off of them charges. Because Kansas City also has a stand your ground law. Got a self-defense law and a stand your ground law.
That's a lot.
So them key words right there, the same thing that these devil police be saying when they shoot a man dead for no reason. I fear for my life. He said the same key little words. And you know what I'm saying? 12 jurors is gonna feel sorry for him because he's so old and he's gonna get off.
Come.
Go ahead.
Come. The fact that Lester feared him because his Ralph skin was weaponized. He feared Ralph, a boy, because he was black. So like it goes. So like it goes. I got to tap onto it with talk about how he was charged in the shooting. And it talks about then it's another one. It's really like the same thing when we tap into that.
No, that's enough right there. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into the scripture right here. We already 40 minutes in. You know what I'm saying? And it's already past 7. Good night. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? This old white man, this young black boy, was supposed to go pick up his twin siblings.
Right.
Went to the wrong house. This man opens the door, sees he's a young black kid, and shoots him twice. Also, he had to go to, I think, 2 or 3 different places even to get help. Even to get somebody to call a 911 for him. You know what I'm saying? After this, guess what this young man's gonna know? The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
He's gonna know who the enemy is. Right. He's gonna profile every devil that comes across him now. And he should. So hopefully his parents ain't too crazy and they ain't gonna force him to want to forgive this man for shooting him in the goddamn head. Let's go ahead and get to these scriptures. Go to Zechariah 11:5.
Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5.
Go ahead.
Whose possessors slay them.
Whose possessors treat them as equals and give them equal rights according to the law and treat them with equality and justice and what's that pursuit of happiness.
Right.
Read it again.
Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them.
Whose possessors slay them. Whose possessors kill them. Or in this case, tries to kill them. All because he's a young black man and it's an old white man. And he said the magical words, I feared for my life. And withstand your ground laws, that's all you had to say. I feared for my life.
Right.
Keep going.
And hold themselves not guilty.
And what?
And hold themselves not guilty.
Say that one more time.
And hold themselves not guilty.
And they hold themselves not guilty. You understand? Police took him down to the police station, questioned him, and let him go within 2 hours.
Right.
They hold themselves not guilty. Them little couple of words he said, I fear for my life.
Right.
12 jurors is gonna find him not guilty. Hopefully, being in Kansas City, they get 12 black jurors, so they will find his ass guilty.
Right.
Lock him. Go
on. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
Read that again. Let's break that down.
And they that
sell them, that's the, you know what I'm saying? They that sell them.
Right.
Go ahead.
Say, Blessed be the Lord.
And they think they blessed. You know what I'm saying? Blessed be the Lord. For God we trust on our money and everything.
Right.
Blessed be we blessed. Go ahead.
For I am rich.
For they think they rich. They think they got everything. They think they got all the power in the world.
Right.
Go ahead.
And their own shepherds pity them not.
Our own shepherds, our own leaders, our own pastors and leaders and political leaders, they pity us not. You know what I'm saying? What they say, we just need to get out there and vote and get more black people in offices.
Right.
We got black people in offices, governors, what was the police chairmen, and you know what I'm saying, head of police offices, senators and governors and judges and mayors, and we got all these black people in office, and this shit still happening.
Right.
So what I tell you, black and brown America, your vote don't mean a goddamn thing.
That's right.
We got to get out there and put a black man in office. Well, you thought you had one with Obama.
Right.
In your ignorance, you know he's a stinking ass Hamite, African.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying. What did your black president, your so-called black president, Obama do for us? Nothing. Nothing. Not a goddamn thing.
Right.
He sure made homosexual legal though. That's a whole nother topic though. I ain't gonna get into that. You understand? You know what I'm saying? We go out there and vote and get all these black people in offices and in high places, and shit still happens.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's because we've forgotten who the enemy was. We forgot who the enemy was. Right. You know what I'm saying? But also slave houses had. Them house niggas.
Right.
What was Samuel Jackson? What was his position in the house?
I think he was the butler.
Yeah, but he was a slave or something like that, wasn't he?
Right.
He was a slave. He was like the head of the slaves.
Right.
But he was still a goddamn slave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what these people in all these black people in offices are Samuel Jackson in Django.
Right.
That's it. They play the same role that Samuel Jackson played in the house. Is that it on that?
Okay.
All right, drop that. Go to Jeremiah 50, 6 and 7.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
Now, my people being the Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, and natives, the so-called blacks, Hispanic, and natives. You understand? We have been lost. Go ahead.
Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
Our shepherds, our leaders have caused us to go astray. Because the church, Christian church, we've forgotten who the enemy is. You know, the church teaching us that we have to love the oppressor, we have to love the enemy, we have to love this and love that. God loves everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, God loves everybody. God damn it, where was our love at when we was in chains?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where was all the love at when we getting hung by trees, getting castrated, our women getting raped?
Right.
Where was all the love at then? But now all of a sudden we gotta love everybody. Read that again from the top.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 6. My people have been lost.
We've been lost. Go ahead.
Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
Our shepherds, our leaders, have caused us to go astray, go against what the Most High wants. Go ahead.
They have turned them away on the mountains.
We've been turned away on the mountains. You know what I'm saying? Our shepherds have led us astray, and we've been turned away. Go ahead.
They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place.
We've forgotten our resting place with the Most High. We've forgotten what the Most High wanted from us. You know what I'm saying? Our leaders have led us astray. The ones that's supposed to be teaching us and leading us in the right way have led us wrong in the wrong way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now we lost. We from our resting place. Go ahead.
Verse 7. All that found them have devoured them.
All that found them had devoured them. We went through slavery from every other nation.
Right.
From the Chinese, the Arabs, the Africans. You know what I'm saying? Down to the oppressor that we under now. Every nation has played a part in taking us into slavery or being a part of us going into slavery. You understand? And every nation has devoured us. Have just you know what I'm saying, done everything that they wanted to and treated us any way they wanted to up under the sun. Go ahead.
We offend not because
it's like and the adversaries.
Right.
Go ahead.
All that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, fear not, because they have sinned against the Lord.
Now, and their adversaries, all the enemies, have said, we offend not. We don't offend nothing. We do what we want to do. We don't offend nothing. And they say that because we've sinned against our God. Because the only way that they could come up against us or put us into slavery or treat us the way that they are is because we have sinned against our God. Not because that they're better than us, not because they're stronger than us or a mightier nation than us. They know if we sin against our God, they can do any damn thing they want to against us.
Right.
Go ahead.
The habitation of the justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers.
All right. Now drop that. Go to Lamentation 4:17 and 18.
Salaki. Lamentation 4.
17 and 18.
Come. Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help.
And as for us, as for the Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, and natives, our eyes have failed for our vain help. You know what I'm saying? Like when we wanted to integrate, the vain help. When the government come with what's that, welfare and food stamps.
Right.
Vain help. Vain help. Why is that vain help? Because when we integrated, we lost all of our businesses and they gained everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With welfare and food stamps, man couldn't be in the house, so they separated the family. You understand? All this vain help, we you know what I'm saying? Our eyes have failed for all this vain help. Go ahead. Vain being worthless, meaning nothing. All this worthless help our eyes have failed for it. Go ahead.
Come. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that did not save us.
In our watching, we're a nation that couldn't save us. You understand? We've blood, sweat, and tears into this nation. Done fought in every war. You know what I'm saying? Done did everything we could. Done fought and bled and died for this nation. And none of that vain help could help us save us. Go ahead.
Come.
Because we still get shot down in the middle of the street.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If we knock a wrong door, we get shot in the head and then again in the arm. And the person that violated us don't get arrested till 4 days later after outrage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oppressors run into our grocery store and shoot the whole goddamn store. Oppressors run into your church, shoot up your church after you done prayed for him. After you done prayed for him. And then after he shoot up the church, police take him to go get Burger King.
Right.
They go feed him. You did a good job, young man. You know what I'm saying? After all this vain help, you know what I'm saying? We watched for a nation that couldn't save us. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 18. They hunt our steps.
They hunt our steps. No matter what we do, they hunt our steps. You know what I'm saying? They hold what the last verse say, they hold themselves not guilty.
Right.
Because we sinned against our Lord. Go ahead.
Come. And we cannot go in our streets.
We can't even go on our streets. If we mess around and knock on the wrong door, we can get our head blown off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We could be just admiring a building structure that's going on, and your enemy will ride by after you know what I'm saying? Well, first of all, you know what I'm saying? They let the white people go in and admire their structure, but if you go and admire their structure, they think you ain't supposed to be there, and they'll hunt you down, chase you down, and kill you.
All right.
They'll kick your door in while you're eating ice cream on your couch and kill you. They'll circle around your house, being supposed to be there for a wellness call, a wellness check. You know what I'm saying? Circle around your house because they see a gun on your nightstand. Well, it's legal to have a gun because It's not illegal to have a gun. It's perfectly legal to have your gun right there and will shoot you because they see a gun. And you ain't doing nothing but cooking food, you know what I'm saying, and playing video games with your nephew.
Right.
You could be driving, doing mess around and miss a turn signal, get pulled over, get slammed on your head, and then go into police custody. So for some odd reason, you die in police custody. You know, you could be driving with your wife and your kid, get pulled over for a traffic violation. Tell the police, I have a concealed carry license. Police ask to see your concealed carry license, and then when you get it for him, he shoot you dead in front of your wife and kid. You could own a store in New York and Brooklyn, and get choked out for selling loose cigarettes.
So like I want to say that happened that happened out in Harlem.
In Harlem, okay, you can be in Harlem and have a store front and get choked out with an illegal chokehold for selling loose cigarettes. Right. When every Arab store sells loose cigarettes. I come out the world. When I was in the world, I smoked cigarettes. You could go to any Arab store and buy loose cigarettes.
Like they still doing it.
I know they are. You know what I'm saying? I don't smoke cigarettes no more, so I really don't know they are. But I know they are. You know, because they was doing it back in early 2000s when I was in the world. You know what I'm saying? They were selling loose cigarettes. Yeah, every person in the job course is selling loose cigarettes. I went to job course. I know. I was one of them selling loose cigarettes. You hear me? 150 cents for $1. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? But if you a black man in New York, you know what I'm saying, in Harlem, you get choked out with an illegal chokehold for selling loose cigarettes.
Right.
Well, it's also in New York when the young man got thrown into the back of the police. It might have been Chicago. When he got thrown into the back of the police thing and they broke his neck. It might have been Chicago. I think that might have been Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think that was New York. I think that was New York. I don't know. It's either New York or Chicago. It was one of them. Young man got thrown in the back of the police, one of the police vans. Broke his neck. Left him laying there in the floor. I think it was New York. It could have been Chicago, but I want to say that was New York. I want to say that was in New York, but it might have been Chicago. McDonald, does that? I think that. I'm gonna look that up for you. Now because it's gonna be on my head now. But I want to say that was New York, where a man was a young man was thrown in the back of one of the police trucks, paddy wagon, and it broke his neck. I want to say that was in New York. Go ahead and say that.
Kind of. Say our end is near. Our days are fulfilled.
That's right.
For our end is come.
You know what I'm saying? Our days have been fulfilled. Our end has come. You know what I'm saying? All we got to do is turn back to the Lord.
Right.
Because these other nations know if we sin against our God, they can do anything they want to us.
That's right.
All we got to do is turn back to our God, that nigga God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Throw white Jesus out the goddamn window.
Way out.
Throw him in the trash. Let the dumpster come. Let the trash people come pick him up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to turn back to that nigga guy. And then, you know what I'm saying? Once we do that, these devils wouldn't be able to do these things that they're doing to us as long as we turn back to our God. They come up against the school all the time. But guess what? Who wins? School wins.
Right.
School wins. What did I say? I've been through so many court cases. I don't want them all.
Right.
You hear me? They even said that a couple weeks ago on Black White.
Right.
They've been to so many court cases. I want them all. And you goddamn right, because the Lord is with us.
Right.
All right, drop that. Go to Proverbs 3:31. And this right here is the biggest problem right here, because even with read the whole reason why that traitor Martin Luther King was even able to trick us and want us to integrate with the societies, because we looked over there and we wanted to be equal with them. We wanted to be equal with them. When the scriptures say in Deuteronomy 7:6 that we should be the Most High put us above them. What do you want to be equal with them for? You should be above them. They ain't shit to you.
It's nothing.
They ain't worth a spit that come out your mouth when you're talking, or a drop that falling from a bucket.
Right.
When you got a full bucket of water, they ain't even worth that little drip that come out that bucket when you running up the stairs. Compared to you. They ain't shit compared to you. What the hell you want to be equal with them for? Why you want what they want? Why was you so eager and so willingly to go spend your money with them instead of spending your money with goddamn people?
Right.
Now today it's support black business. Well, goddamn it, we wouldn't have to worry about supporting black businesses if you traders didn't want so willing to go spend your money and integrate us into this white society.
Right.
We would be spending our money with black businesses because we are all we got.
That's right.
That's all we could do. We couldn't go to them white businesses. We had to go to the black businesses.
Right.
We had to support one another. Go ahead. Whenever you get to
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 1. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy not the oppressor. Envy not the oppressor. This goddamn oppressor.
Right.
This oppressor ain't shit.
Riding the walking.
This open and it's crazy because what was I think it was in I had to find it, but when it was like I seen princes walking on the earth and peasants riding on horses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They peasants compared to us.
God.
We the most high peasants. Why the hell is we envying them? You know what I'm saying? We want to act and look like them when the whole time they trying to act and look like us.
Right.
We the salt of the goddamn earth.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Why Quisha trying to go get that blonde and straight hair? You know what I'm saying? Becky with the good hair trying to get braids.
Right.
Becky with the good hair trying to get that BBL.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
While we steady trying to look like them, the whole time they want to look like and be like us.
Right.
Keep going.
And choose none of his ways.
And choose none of his ways. We shouldn't choose none of his ways. Because all of his ways will lead us into hell.
Right.
All of his ways will keep us in this bondage and this slavery that we're in. Wanting to envy and be like this oppressor, we'll never get out this hell that we're living in. You understand? Drop that, go to Proverbs 16 and 18.
Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction.
Pride goes before destruction. You know what I'm saying? When you so prideful and you boast and prideful about everything that you do, you meant for destruction. Go ahead.
Come. And a haughty spirit before a fall.
And a haughty spirit before a fall. You know what I'm saying? This goddamn oppressor is so prideful. And think they could do no they think they do no wrong. They think that they are better and bigger than God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That spirit, when they, you know what I'm saying, they gonna be slaves. They gonna be our slaves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because their pride is before destruction and haughty spirit before the fall. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they on top of the world right now. They got the skyscrapers. They you know what I'm saying? Got all the money. They doing everything to destroy the ozone layer and the atmosphere and everything like that. They go out there and kill crocodiles just to wear them in shoes. You understand? You know, hey, they proud before destruction and the haughty spirit before fall. You know what I'm saying? When they fall, they're gonna fall hard too.
Right.
Go to Psalms 73 and 6.
Psalms chapter 73, verse 6. Therefore pride, compassive, compassive them about as a chain.
Now, pride compasseth them about as a chain. You know, a chain, a compassive means you go around in a circle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, in a chain, you got all these little circles that's connected to each other. You know what I'm saying? So they pride go around in a circle. You know what I'm saying? And them and compass a chain. Go ahead.
Violence covereth them as a garment.
You know, hey, them glorious garments we had for Passover. Yours went all the way down to your ankle, to your feet, didn't it? And you 7'8". And your garment, you know what I'm saying? That's the same way the violence covered these devils.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They covered them like a garment. You know how your you know what I'm saying, you 7'8" and your garment go all the way down to your foot. That's how violence cover up these goddamn devils.
Right.
All right, drop that. Go to 2 Maccabees 1:27.
Second Maccabees chapter 1, verse 27. Gather those together that are scattered from us. Deliver them that serve among the heathen.
Now, gather them together that are scattered among us. You know what I'm saying? This disgusting Christian church has scattered the Lord's flock. You understand? So we need to gather those together that are scattered. You know what I'm saying? From the so-called Native Indians to the so-called Mexicans to the Puerto Ricans to the Jamaicans and Haitians.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Dominican Republic and all our people that's been scattered. You know what I'm saying? We need to gather them. Go ahead.
Come. Look upon them that are despised and abhorred, and let the heathen know that thou art our God.
You know what I'm saying? All of our people that serve among the heathen, and that are looked upon and despised and abhorred, like me, you know what I'm saying, beaten, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, right. Let these heathens know that thou art our God. You know what I'm saying? Let them know that. You know what I'm saying? Because what's gonna happen is once we turn back to our God and the sky crack and Christ come, you know what I'm saying? All these nations is gonna fall. And,
right.
And you know what I'm saying? When that sky crack, Christ ain't coming back with all rainbows and roses.
No.
He coming back pissed off and ready to kill.
Right.
And all these leaders and all these governments and all these heads, they gonna bow down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then Christ gonna put it back the way it's supposed to be, and they gonna serve us.
Right.
What's it say? Fill their cup double as they've done to you.
Right.
Good night. Keep going.
Come. Verse 28. Punish them that oppress us.
And the Most High will do that. He will punish them that oppress us. Right. All we got to do is turn back to them laws, statutes, and commandments and do as He asked us to do. Go ahead.
Come. And with pride, do us wrong.
And with their pride, they do us wrong. You know right. What I'm saying? With their pride, because this nation is a prideful nation. These heathens, these oppressors, the white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, is a one prideful nation. Right. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High is gonna set them back in their place. All right, drop that. Go to 2 Corinthians 6:17.
Second Corinthians chapter 6, like 16.
6 and 17.
Come. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17. Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate.
Wherefore come out from among them. Wherefore blacks, Hispanics, and so-called natives, come out from among these heathens. Come out from among these oppressors. You know, and stop letting the church, Christian church, let you forget who the enemy is. Come out from among these enemies. Go ahead.
Come. And touch not, Salaki. Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you.
And stop touching all these unclean things. All these things that the church is teaching you is clean now, like shrimp, crab, pork, lobster. You know what I'm saying? Interracial marriage and all these things that go against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Stop touching all these unclean things, and the Most High will receive you. All right, go to John 14 and verse 15.
John chapter 14, verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
If you love the Most High, like everybody say they love the Most High, you will keep the Most High's commandments.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That matter of fact, drop down to 21. Because that's how you love the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep his commandments. If you love the Lord, you'll keep his commandments.
Right.
Go ahead. Drop down to 21.
Come. John chapter 4, John 14, verse 21. He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me.
See, if you got the commandments, know the commandments, and keep the commandments, then you love the Lord. That's what Christ just said.
Right.
If you got the commandments and keep the commandments, then you love the Lord. Go ahead.
Come. And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father.
If you love the Most High, if you love the Lord, if you love Christ, and you keep the commandments, then the Father's gonna love you. The Most High is gonna love you. Christ's gonna love you. Go ahead.
Come. And I will love him and will manifest myself to him.
That's what Christ said. You know what I'm saying? If you have the commandments to keep them, he that is that loveth Christ. You know what I'm saying? And he that loveth Christ, you know what I'm saying, shall be loved by the Father, by the Most High. And Christ will love you if you keep the commandments. But it's something you have to do. You have to keep the commandments. You know what I'm saying? The church will teach you that you don't have to do nothing. Law's done away with. All you got to do is accept Lord as your Savior in Christ, and by God you're saved.
Right.
You can be the biggest drug dealer, the most disgusting stripper, and you know what I'm saying, take your clothes off all week, sell drugs all week, but you come to church on Sunday, pay your tithes. It's all love. You're forgiven. You're saved. Now, Christ said to love the Lord, you got to keep the commandments.
Right.
To love him, you got to keep the commandments. For him to love you and the Most High to love you, got to keep the commandments. And this is how we come out of this hell that we're living in.
Right.
This is how we stop forgetting who the enemy is. We now know who the enemy is. Now we'll profile them just the same way they racially profile us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now we'll be more cautious when we go to a house that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We'll knock on the door, and instead of standing right there at the door, we'll the steps. We'll step down the steps. We'll take 2 steps back. So now you can't say you didn't feel your goddamn life and shoot me in my goddamn head.
That's right.
And with that courtesy salute, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah Barack Atham to the brothers, Yahweh Shema Atham Bashem, Yahweh Shah to the sisters. Class dismissed.